Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us. I'm joined in studio now by Craig Holland. Craig is the CEO of a company called FRZT Incorporated. FRZT is their stock symbol. Craig, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Great to be here.
Now, of course, you folks are in the mobile video game business, but give us a little bit of detail about that.
Sure. Well, most people have smartphones or tablets these days, and you'll find a lot of people spend time not just using those to make calls or read emails, but play games. And those are the types of apps that we make. Games that people play on their mobile devices.
Now, one thing that we mentioned this on the last time that you were on the program, that you are really ramping up video game production this year. I think the term you used was quadrupling it. Tell us about that.
That's right. Last year, 2014, we focused most of our time on one individual title, and we didn't have the kind of results we wanted. So this year, we have really stepped up production, and we were committed to launching one video game per quarter this year, so that's 4 times the production we had last year.
You know, it's refreshing to hear a CEO say that, because most of the time when I'm talking to people, they're saying, well, this is how great things were last year, and this is how wonderful things were last year. You're saying, well, we were kind of disappointed in that, and this is why we're doing this.
Right.
What are you expecting in 2015?
We're expecting a huge increase in our revenue based on the additional, not only additional production, but also our acquisition strategy, which is really underway.
Well, that was really fascinating too, because what you're doing is, you know, being in the public company space, and we talked about this, I think, the last time you were on, you can go to these small individual game developers and acquire them with your public company status, give them, I guess, for lack of a better term, an exit strategy, so to speak, and that just grows your base.
Right, that's exactly right. And we've actually met with several companies, a lot have been receptive. We're in negotiations with a few right now, and we're very hopeful, because there are a lot of developers that are very talented in our space, but don't, as you say, have a way to really exit. They might be building games for other people. They might be successful with maybe one-hit game, but that's hard to turn that into a bigger play, and that's something we can offer.
Is there a distribution model or something that you're able to offer them that they may not be able to get on their own?
Well, I think there are many things we can offer them that they can't get on their own. Most of them focus a lot of their time on developing games and neglect some of the corporate things like finance and user acquisition, which is really marketing. There are a lot of things we can benefit from combining together and sharing some of those corporate responsibilities.
Now, I know that you operate primarily in what is known as the free-to-play space. So for those who might not be aware of what that means, tell us again how that works.
Sure. Well, these days, with all the commercials out there of games like Clash of Clans and Candy Crush and Soda Crush and so forth, people probably have seen or had a friend play a game. What happens is the game's completely free to download, free to play, but there are certain points that you'll come to where if you want to advance or you want to continue playing, for example, you want to get an advantage over someone that you're playing against, you need to make an in-app purchase. And so although the games are truly free to play, a lot of people will spend money through that in-app purchase, and that's how the developer earns revenue.
So basically they'll spend money on things like adopting new characters or getting to new levels, or I guess if it's a war type game, acquiring weapons and elements of destruction. That's kind of how that works?
Exactly. And in a very simple type of game like a Candy Crush, we're most people are familiar with that, if you fail a level, you're only given so many chances. So you can either wait after all of your lives have expired, for a certain amount of time, or you can pay some money and keep playing right then. That's another example of an in-app purchase.
Isn't that wonderful? In the video game world, you can buy a new life.
That's right, exactly.
Now, what are some of the titles that you currently have in case people are looking for them on their phone? Sure.
Well, there's Party Animals, Dance Battle. There are the titles that we're working on that will be coming out soon. The title we've announced is Black Forest, Hidden Object Mystery, which is in the hidden object genre. And we've actually just, the news we announced today was that we have signed an agreement with a developer who's very successful in the Match 3 puzzle game genre, and that's the Candy Crush type of a game. We'll be launching that game in the summer.
We look forward to that. Once again, the company is called FRZT Incorporated. Their stock symbol is FRZT. Craig, always exciting having you on here. It's an industry space that I'm fascinated with, and I'm so glad you could be with us this week.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Take care.